What's up, everybody? I'm Dwyane Wade.
Zaire Wade.
And we're here doing ULSUM 101. All right, Zaire Wade. First question to you, sir. Don't be looking.
Hey.
So this is your second time in China. First question is, how does it feel to be back? This tour is going to take us to Shanghai, where we are, Beijing, where we're going, Shenzhen, and Hong Kong, right? So, is there anything you want to do in China?
Well, it feels great to be back. I'm back now under different circumstances, Came here when I was a senior, just for games. I didn't really get to enjoy the people and the culture, so that's thing number one. I'm glad I get to explore that part of China. And then one thing I really want to do, I want to see the Great Wall. I've yet to really see it and learn about it at least, and get to walk it.
Seems like I got to go back to the Great Wall, everybody.
Man, got to go to the Great Wall. So now I flip.
Okay.
This one, only you can answer this. How does it feel to be part of the Hall of Fame, man? Famer.
Famer. Well, sir, it's a long answer, but the short answer to it is, you and your basketball journey. And so you understand the work that you have to put in every day. The ones that you get pat on the back for and the ones that you don't. The times you got to get through injury, the times you got to tell yourself you can do it, all these things. And so to go through that journey, and to go through that journey alone a lot, and to be able to fight through it, get through it, show yourself that you can accomplish what you want to, and you are who you think you are, and just all these things. And to be able to go through my career and to end up in the Basketball Hall of Fame, it's the perfect career, right? You can't ask for anything better. It doesn't matter if I missed a shot here and there, or if I went 4 for 14 that night. I ended up in the Hall of Fame, and so to me, it's the highest honor that you can get in the game of basketball. And I've been floating ever since I got the call. I'm floating out here, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All right, question number 2 for Zaire. You've been growing up in the spotlight because of your father, me. So does that stress you out? And second question, how have you adjusted to this?
Does it stress me out? No.
Stress you out?
No, that's a bad word to use. I wouldn't say it's stressing me out at all. I would say it keeps me on my toes, though. That's what it does.
Okay.
For the goods and the lows of life, always. And what was the second part to that?
The second part was, how have you adjusted to it?
Oh, as I've gotten older, you get older, you get more mature. You start to understand what really matters, maybe what a naysayer say doesn't. So just to try to put or take away that pressure, per se, and just embrace this life that we've been blessed to live.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Super blessed over here, y'all.
That's all it is. All right, so don't answer this with, if you got something to get, come on, man. Take it easy in front of the cameras, all right?
I got you.
What is the proudest moment you have for me?
You.
For me?
For you.
Like, what's the moment you was like, I'm proud of you, son? You ain't got none of those?
Let me answer. I got 21 years of things to think about, and I'm a dad, so I remember way more than you remember.
Okay. That's
so
fair.
Let me think of my proudest moment, though.
It's a tough one.
My proudest moment happens every day.
Wow.
And the reason I say that is because I know how hard it is just in life to get up every day, to try to strive for something, to try to accomplish something. And you have had to do it in the spotlight for 21 years. And it has to be hard. Sometimes it feels daunting. And to see you get up every day, to still try to accomplish, to show the world that this is Zaire Wade. This is who I am. I love doing this, but this is who I am. Like, I'm proud of it as a dad because it's easy to stop. It's easy to hide. It's easy to quit doing something. You've continued to do what you want to do and what's your passions inside, and you're giving that to the world. And so I'm proud of that more than anything. It's that fall down 7, stand up 8. It doesn't matter how many times people try to knock you down, you keep getting back up. And so as a father, I'm more proud of that than anything you can accomplish.
Damn.
Boom.
Damn. Wow. You have successfully worked with LI-NING for more than 10 years now. Congratulations.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Yes. Now, during this decade, you two have shared many milestones in your career and jointly witnessed your glory from a championship to Hall of Fame. Now, what are your expectations for the future? More and more NBA players are trying to work with Chinese brands due to your success. Has anyone?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Has anyone asked your advice in this regard?
No one's asked my advice.
Okay.
But people have shown love when they make the move but no one asks us for your advice. It's this man thing where we just do things and we don't reach out to people and say, hey, how did you do it? How can I do it better? And so I hope that happens as more athletes continue to come and be a part of the Chinese culture. So my expectations for the future is just continued growth, right? We're in year 10 of the Way of Wade brand. And I feel like we're just starting, like we're in our infant stages. And so growth is D'Angelo Russell. Growth is Zaire Wade. Like it's what you guys can continue to take the brand. I'm gonna always do me and be me, but the growth is who become a part of the brand and what impact can they make so we can make sure that this next generation and then the next generation and the next generation can keep going. We want this brand to be around for a long time.
Yes, sir.
You know, when I signed this deal, it wasn't just a playing career deal for me. It was future, it was forever. And so we're trying to create a forever brand. And so the growth is what I'm looking forward to in the future.
For sure.
All right, next question. Besides on the basketball court, what's the biggest impact you think I've had on you in life?
They're gonna flip it now. Besides basketball.
Yeah, besides on the basketball court, what's the biggest impact you think I've had on you in life?
I would say growing up, right? I feel like I had a lot of things going that nobody could really understand besides like you, right? So one thing, you always know how to make me feel comfortable. Like when we had our journal back in the day, you'd be going on sometimes on the road and then I'll leave it under your door and you'll come back, even under my door when you write your response. And like, I just felt like that was our way of like, you know, like communicating that in a way that made me feel whole and safe and that I knew that.
Because sometimes you can't maybe express it, but you can write it.
Yep.
Right?
Especially when you're younger, like you don't know how to express certain things, but you can get it out in the writing when you're alone in the room, spill the beans, you know, and then really like not making me feel like this basketball thing is who I am, you know? I feel like you made a good point on that growing up. So I never felt like if I wasn't amounting to anything, let's say in basketball, then I would be a quote unquote failure. I was, you know?
So is it safe to say the pressure that if you feel pressure along the journey, it's really what you put on yourself because you won't, this is what you want. Yeah. So you put pressure on yourself to go get it, right?
That's what I try to tell people. I don't think it's so much like pressure from what people saying no more. I feel like I'm zoning in on pressure and myself to, you know, get what I want.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep it right there. As your achievements continue to grow, have you ever felt like you were losing sight of your goals? How do we maintain our hunger and drive?
No. I've been very driven my entire life. It's just something that from the community I grew up in, from my circumstances, I'm driven every day. I get out of bed every day for a different drive. And I'm not going to win a championship every day, right? I'm not going to play in a game 7 to win a championship every day, but I'm preparing myself for when that moment comes. Because in life, it's moments of, you will have those opportunities. Remember, I will always tell you, you don't know when the opportunity is coming, but you better be ready when they do, right? And so for me, I've always just been driven. I want more. I just always wanted more out of life than what was presented to me. And I've always wanted more for my family and for my people. And so every day, I'm driven. The LI-NING brand has launched so many products for the Wade series.
Yep.
Zaire has been a part of this brand as long as I have. As a kid, he's been wearing LI-NINGs and Wades and everything. Yeah, so which one do you like best? And how do you feel when you're wearing it? So which one you like best so far out of all the Wade series of sneaks?
Can I pick two, like one on court, one off court, or no?
Nah, bro, you get one, bro.
See?
You say, which one do you like best?
Not which two, okay. All right, as I've gotten older, right, starting to get more taste and style, I'm gonna go with the ones.
Talk to me.
I'm gonna go with the ones.
Why?
Simply because the ones is flexible, right? Honestly, you can hoop in them if you really was one of them dudes. People hoop in one, you know, these type of shoes, right? But then let's get to the chase. What I think they're more so meant for is the lifestyle. You know, nowadays it's fashion, man. Like, that's just what life is. Everybody fashionable, so your feet, really, when you a dude, you approach another dude, first thing you do, you look down at their feet.
Look at them feet
so
first.
You gotta have the feet first, just see what he's stepping about.
So your name is on these sneaks. It says Wade. That's your name. How do you feel when you wear them? When you lacing up your own shoes, when your Wade shoes, your family shoes, how do you feel?
Man, I guess adding a little more pressure right there. As I do myself, I just be like, damn. Nah, but I feel great though. Like, I just feel like I'm representing, you know? It's just a reminder, like a final reminder before I hop in the game. I'm representing something bigger than, you know, the whole family. So something I never take for granted. You know, I'm extremely blessed, so yes, sir.
Love it.
It's been 10 years since the Way of Wade series launched. What new changes will happen to this series next?
Well, I think when it comes to changes, you have to be flexible, right? The market changes, the consumer changes. And so I think the one thing that LI-NING has been able to do is we've been able to shift and shape ourselves into where we need to be as a company. We started here 10 years ago. They won't make hooping shoes like this today, right? So we've had to continue to evolve and grow. In our apparel, we've had to evolve and grow. It's been times where we've had years where no one has been really messing with us like that. And then there's been times and years where everyone wants it. And so our designers have to continue to stay creative, stay on their toes, keep your ear to the streets, keep your eyes open, what people wearing, what people doing. And so I think we've done a good job of being able to kind of be flexible, over these 10 years.
I agree.
Question 6, as an older sibling in the family and a role model for kids.
The oldest.
What plans do you have next? And also, what kind of person do you aspire to be?
Okay, plans I have next?
What's the plans you have next? What's next after we leave this China tour for Zaire?
What's next for me is the same thing that got me to where I am today, just work. I'm just gonna keep working, We got obviously opportunities, like you said, they present themselves at different times, so you wanna be prepared. I think that's my biggest thing right now. Staying sharp, working on my physical, just taking that leap, being 21 now, trying to look like a 21-year-old in the body. So taking that leap.
21-year-old in the body.
It's all right, getting there.
All right.
And then
and what kind of person do you aspire to be? Like, when you leave the room, what do you want someone to say about you?
I want everybody to be like, man, Z Wade is a humble, down to earth, you feel me? Like, I'm all about vibes, so good vibes, great person to be around. I just want everybody smiling when I leave. I don't want nobody like, oh, I'm glad he left. Man,
woo, glad he gone.
Yeah, like, ooh, he should have been like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to, I try to bring good energy. And most people, they have a perception of me before they meet me. And people tell me that a lot, like, bro, I thought you was gonna be I'm like, what? And you know that? You ain't meet me, I'm pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, you're a player of the Hall of Fame. And you also manage teams and brands. What do you think young players should learn besides improving their basketball skills?
Well, it's tough, right? And so if you're young and you're trying to become, NBA player, you're trying to become a great player, you're trying to play the game of basketball, you have to put so much work into that. And so it's hard to focus on any other things when you're on a journey to doing that. Now, once you become accomplished and you've done things, so I think the biggest thing you can do is you can try to find the right people to put around you in your circle.
Right.
Not only you want to grow and evolve, but people that want to grow and evolve. And so I think if you do that, that helps everything. That helps the opportunities that come later, and it helps you throughout the process. And so to me, it's about the people that you surround yourself with. It's your village. And I think when it comes to young kids, outside of working on your game, working on the skills, trying to be the best you can be, focus on your village. Focus on the people that's around you in your circle, who's in your ear, who's telling you things. Because, the mind is the most powerful, tool that we all have. And so whoever's feeding something into you, who's around you, that's who you're going to become. And so make sure that you're going to become who you want to become, and it has the people around you.
You're a product of your environment.
Product of your environment. Lately, what's been the most awesome experience for you?
Lately? Like, the African experience was great for me. I think it was great. Going from that was right when I turned 21, so that really, it was like a solidified, like, okay, here goes, you're 21 now, handle this. Right?
Go across the world and handle this.
Yeah, and go handle this. Luckily, obviously have my guy Blake out there with me, it made it a lot smoother, but.
Shout out to Blake Miller.
Shout out to Big B, Blake Miller, right? I know in Utah, I was in Utah, granted, so I didn't live with, we didn't live with each other then, same before, but like that was my first time, not a call, a quick fight away, like, I had to really just figure everything, find a way to stay motivated, and stay grounded at the same time. Because a lot of stuff you don't get to see, like, you're in a different time zone, so you really don't get to see a lot of stuff. You sleep. That was the best thing for me though, because I think I grew a lot of aspects. And you?
Lately for me, obviously, we coming off of the hills of the Hall of Fame. I mean, it gets no more awesome than that. And for me, the best part of that experience was the opportunities and the moments I got to look around and see my loved ones there. You know what I mean? And everyone had joy on their face. Everyone, it was like we all was walking like we were going into the Hall of Fame. It was a pride. And I've worked hard for my family to have that pride and to have a sense of self in this world, And so when I got on that stage to say my speech and I looked at my family, everybody looked good, everybody was dressed and dying, everybody looked proud. And to me, it was bigger than the actual individual that was going to the Hall of Fame, which is me. It's about the Wade family. It's about everybody's associated to that family, associated on that team. Like that was pride. And so that's what the most awesome experience for me lately was the induction into the Hall of Fame.
Famer.
Famer.
Famer. Hold on. Y'all keep it rolling. Gonna crown the king. Famer.
There you go. There you go.
You feel me?
There you go.
Big famer.